Welcome to another episode of Go To Gilbert. I'm Rob Hundley with Asher Chaim Real Estate, your Go To Gilbert guy. I'm here with Amanda with Mental Heart Therapeutic Play. And this is, if those four words don't come naturally tripping off your tongue the same way they don't come trippingly off my tongue, you're about to find out why they should. We're here with Amanda today. Welcome, Amanda.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What's the story?
I was raised for the most part of my younger years in Ipswich, England. Then we moved around. My father was Air Force. Then I got married and moved around some more, Hawaii, different states. And I landed in Gilbert, Arizona, and I'm proud to say I'm from Gilbert.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Well, tell us about this business that you've put together. It is fascinating.
Well, Mental Heart Therapeutic Play is located in Queen Creek, the Santan border, and we are an emotion behavior lab for children ages 3 to 11 years old.
Nice.
And so they come here to work on their behaviors and their emotions and get a hands-on approach to it. So they are actually coming in and they're getting one-on-one therapeutic play, or they work in groups, and they just get to learn different therapeutic ways to deal with their emotions and their behaviors.
I think at one point you used the term to deal with big emotions.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought, wow, that is so true, because I mean there's little stuff all the time, but
Mm-hmm.
there's big stuff too, and
Yes.
learning how to cope with that, how to make sense out of that is huge.
It is. It's huge.
Tell me a little bit about play and how that fits into it. Why don't we just sit down with the kids and just talk to them and tell them this is what you need to do?
Well, we even know as adults that having something to do while we're talking about hard subjects is very therapeutic for us. So children, play is their natural language. So you let them go and you just let them play and you just listen to their story unfold while they're playing. If they're playing with the dollhouse, if they're playing while they're cooking, doing art, they just naturally unfold and tell what's on their minds and what's on their hearts if we just listen and watch what they're doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about who do you see as, I don't know if the word typical or the clients that you see the most?
We are open to every child, atypical and typical children. If they're in between the ages of 3 and 11, then they're welcomed here. We all have emotions. Some children have bigger emotions and behaviors than others, but every child has an emotion or behavior that they need alternative choices for. So we welcome everybody to come here, whether you have a child that has autism, whether you have a child that has never had any behavior issues, but they're feeling a little emotional around anything that's going on in life, we welcome them here.
As well as I think you were talking earlier too about children that are dealing with some of the really hard things in life, like
Yes.
death, transitions, divorce.
Mm-hmm. We have a banana split class for children that are dealing with parents that are divorcing, separating, that are in the military, that are deployed. So if there is a parent that is not in a home, maybe they're incarcerated, then they can come here, take our banana split class, and then learn with other children in a group how to deal with those emotions around that parent not being in the home.
So much of it too, I think, is that sort of, there's somebody else who understands. I'm not the only person in the entire world who's dealing with this.
And we keep all of our classes really small. There's 6 is max for any class, so that the children are getting individual care. So it's me and my play coach, and we're always in the class with the 6 children. And so we move around, making sure that they are all being heard. All of our classes, the children have to respect each other's views and, their words and their feelings as well.
Nice.
So, yeah.
With I'm just thinking about the just with everything that we've been through this last year, and thinking about, wow, there are probably a lot of adults who could come and sit down and play with the Legos or the magnetic blocks or whatever, and just talk about some of the stuff that's going on with them. Have you seen with the pandemic a more of a need for what you offer?
I do. Children are just going through so much, and then they pick up a lot on their parents' emotions, and they pick up a lot of what's just going on in our atmosphere. The weather's changing, so it's picked up a lot just because children need an outlet. They need a hands-on outlet. They need somebody to listen. And right now, parents are having such a hard time with their own mental health that it's sometimes hard and tricky to deal with your child when you're dealing with yourself. So one of my rules to parents is that they do not address any behaviors when they're here. If their child comes in and they're angry, if they're crying, they need a hug, and that's all they want to do, then this is where we welcome it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I did want to mention, we also have a funeral buddy and classroom buddy. We try to meet children where they need to be met. So in the unfortunate event that there's a death in the family, we go with the child to the funeral. If it is online, we sit with the child. If they have to tell, the parent has to tell the child that somebody passed away, we will sit with the child and comfort them and just help them through that process as well. So there's so many things that we don't really think about that children need, especially right now. So those are some of the services that we're offering.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Yeah. Thank you. All right, before we go, I got to ask, as a grandmother in the East Valley, what do you like to do with your grandbabies, with the family? What do you like to do?
Grandbabies.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Haru. Oh my gosh, we love walking our neighborhood. So the meadows and the parks, we love walking around and just being able to meet people, walking the local canals, the local parks. There is the Puzzle Piece Salon in Chandler. I wanted to mention that. She works with all children, atypical and typical children getting their hair cut. And she does play therapy also around that so that they're not traumatized. The Women and Children's Collective here in Queen Creek, they work with women and children. Oh my gosh, there's so many. But and of course, Mental Heart in all of our events. But yeah, there's a lot of places that I love taking the children to, but a lot of it is outside, enjoying our wonderful weather.
Yes.
And just walking the parks, and Freestone was one of my favorites to be at, of course, from Gilbert. But yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Well, Mental Heart Therapeutic Play. This is a fantastic offering for kids, and you said 3 to 11?
Ages 3 to 11.
Ages 3 to 11. It's a fantastic place to be. That's it for this episode of Go To Gilbert. I'm Rob Hundley with Asher Chaim, your Go To Gilbert guy. We'll see you next time.